Spain's deadliest earthquake for 55 years has left thousands of people unsure about when they can return to their homes. Yesterday's double tremor killed 9 people and caused extensive damage in the historic southern town of Lorca. This part of Spain is prone to hundreds of moderate quakes, but yesterday's 5.2 magnitude tremor was only around 1,000 metres beneath the surface, giving it greater impact. Live now to our correspondent Sarah Rainsford in Lorca. Sarah.
Well, the authorities here in Lorca are saying that some 15,000 people have been left temporarily homeless by the earthquake that struck yesterday. Many of them are being cared for at refugee camps around the town in open spaces like this one behind me here. It's normally a marketplace, but now it's become home to hundreds, if not thousands of people. They're being given food and water here. And finally, this evening, they're starting to get tents put up too, so some shelter at last. And around the city today, teams of inspectors have been touring the buildings damaged by the earthquake to assess exactly how serious the impact has been.
In Lorca today, inspectors went house to house, checking the full extent of the damage here. This was the worst earthquake in Spain in decades. There's barely a building that's escaped unscathed.
Teams of inspectors are now working their way around all the buildings affected by the earthquake, trying to establish which ones are damaged beyond repair, probably like this one, and where it might be possible soon for a family to move back in.
Juan and Carmel were among those residents allowed back home very briefly to salvage what they could from the wreckage. It wasn't safe, though, to stay here. When the earthquake hit, it sent huge chunks of masonry crashing into the street. Most of the dead were killed outside by falling debris. Today, the massive clean-up operation has begun. Francisco knows he won't be going home soon, though. He tells me his house has been destroyed and he has no idea what the future holds. So thousands here are facing another night as refugees in their own town. The mayor has promised tents at least for everyone tonight. But the panic and fear caused by the earthquake are now slowly being replaced by deep frustration.
Well, the Prime Minister, José Luis Rodríguez Zapatero, has promised that no funds will be spared in rebuilding this town, in putting Lorca back on its feet. But here in the town itself, people are very uncertain now about the future, very concerned still and very shocked by what's happened, and they're not quite sure when they're going to be going home.
Sarah, thank you. And the time is just gone 6:15. Our top story tonight: the threat of summer holiday strikes at British Airways is lifted.